to make it taste good, but that one does well in just a black tea. Or with
I just apparently it went quite well, but then like in the sunlight got the too perfect.
Nice.
And then
this tea was not such a but I would be drinking lots of very like compared to the stuff you get on tea bags, it's a universe away. It's such a pain in the butt to actually keep the
No, so this guy like grabbed because it was like me, Harry.
That was lovely, Kev.
And then a bunch of like
Well,
You might have to post it because now my network is
It's fucked by this.
yeah.
Oh, it's the same link, so
stream
Yeah, but
here.
people might have given up.
You made it.
fuck 'em.
We've all.
That's yeah. I mean, it's kind of frustrating for anyone who turned up from the beginning, but whatever. What is the next thing I need to do? I need to figure out how to take card payments.
Yes, I need to make a card. I don't have cash.
Of course not.
because there was like what these two and what was the guy got thrown out.
it always ends up in that's what happened when we were leaving. We got turned out on that occasion. They were throwing glasses out the door.
About a drink anyway. And then
Oh, fuck off. Sorry, I'm just struggling. Oh, it seems to be working. If you hang on 2 seconds. I like you.
I love your bolo tie.
Thanks, man.
For ages.
It was a Christmas present, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For ages, I saw a bolo tie, and I was like, that would look really good on my friends. So I got her it as a present, and then I was like, did I actually just want that for me? And ever since then, I'm like, I do just want it for me. But then I never see people wearing bolo ties. Now I've seen you wear a bolo tie. I'm like, game on.
Go for it. Yeah. How much would you like to donate tonight's proceedings?
£20, is that right?
That's more than adequate, thank you.
Yeah, on the phone.
And like someone
There it is. If you tap it on the back,
and then be like, this is good.
down a bit.
Like, it's great.
No way. A little bit slower.
It works.
It was like 3 in the morning.
Say again.
Do you want it slower?
I think a little bit, yeah.
Because you have to.
Yeah, it's a bit warm, it's a bit like, obviously this is our summertime form. Yeah.
I never know when to stop though. I'm like, do I finish here? There's like a little minute of like hovering around at the end.
I think because it's like anchored to a T, it's kind of different. It's not like,
I'm just going to root around.
one of my favourite.
I thought the pig fell inside the sound hole and I was like, oh, that's going to be fucking horrible. Got away with that.
I don't think so.
Right, I need to.
There was one of my favourite gigs here on Before.
So I still got to
I was stood at the back with Kev Hobbs,
and
there's 2 people here playing,
very minor attacks.
and one person over here. The person over here actually does have a load of percussion as well. He's set up, so he's got.
I always think relax, which actually can be said about all venues. The Rose Hill often frustrates me terribly. This place is always
I know what you mean. There's always someone I think.
It's a bar fight. Listen, I was best friend was playing electronic music as well as he could in that space because they mind the name. Quite paranoid, but still. And this guy, like, in the audience area, sitting there just having a chat of his life with his wife. So loud. The guy kept, like, literally told him to fuck off. He didn't even know this. The guy finally came out. Said to go to the toilet. Like, what's the guy? The guy said, like, great set. Yeah. We were hosting him like, because he was from Bristol.
Yeah, I'm 32.
As long as you've got it.
Thanks for it was such a rubbish tradition to go away to do it. But it's really good.
I mean, in terms of the yeah, lovely to see John Wilkes. John Wilkes, yeah, not many people, really nice guy. And yeah, lots of talk and shine on the place. You were not intolerable. Do you know, I think sometimes when you like get on a train with someone, it's like
it's a good thing we don't get some Catholics.
yeah.
I mean that can be.
Yeah.
That was a lovely collaboration. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic. Yeah. It's a really interesting collaboration. Yeah.
It's really fun.
Nice photo.
Cheers. Yeah, I like playing chess.
Showing up to camera by the side. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
I've not been in so either.
I've not really seen you play slide before either.
It's quite new, so in the last year and a half or something.
Right. Yeah, because last time we did that gig with you at Worthing and you were playing classical.
Yeah,
That was a surprise too, because the time I played with you before you were doing sort of noises.
Yeah, I got bored of just taking loads of shit with me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was like, oh.
That's why I get poetry's best. It's literally just paper. Literally just paper.
Just more things that can go wrong as well. Yeah, I've doubled down on the fingertips and stuff. It's good.
I know you don't support this, but
It's been quite nice that Anna's co-hosting with me now. Have you been since Anna's taken over? Yeah, Anna is a new co-host. It was our 19th birthday of the last full play was Paul's Play's 19th birthday, which means that Anna was 6 when it's never stopped, it's just changed venue. But yeah, it's taken on a nice, at the moment it's a bit more like, getting more people doing music and stuff, but it's a bit more mainstream at the moment. We've also imposed a time limit, first time ever. So now like maximum time for performance is 10 minutes unless you're 10 minutes unless you're invited to do something longer. But it has actually made it, it's been really good. Well, that's the thing, I don't actually have to time it. But if you sort of tell people, they tend to be
I think that was 3 years.
Honestly, one of the ones I was very emotional about is really taking up yeah. I mean, to be honest, it goes over a bit. It's just like sometimes you're not allowed to listen. But no, it's been really good lately. Yeah. Dolly was saying you did a session with the Road to Sound. Is it coming up? Yeah.
I did a thing with Lewis Live I did
Dolly just got a bit like managing the... Yeah, and it was so nice because they were like, oh, like one of my first things was like promoting new music. That's a lovely, nice big get together. About podcasting?
Yes,
I'm so in the dark. I am making podcasts. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really like I don't have like a structured process. I mean, yeah, I might.
what else is there?
Well, no, but
green tea, ginseng,
I do get
twig tea, masala chai.
Ginseng. I'm really good.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm still not
It is really good jobs that would take per stage and like I'm using it for like personal organisation. It's really helpful.
I kind of I've been Dipsy
making sure you remember to tell each other that you've got a problem instead of just working away. Because sometimes you do, you just stop, you just carry on working away something. You're actually lots of them to talk about. Having like your regular time slot where you're like, oh no, I'm not doing this because somebody comes back.
anyway, and yeah, and if you can just like it's really interesting to see,
It'll give you something across the board.
and then one is kind of quite scrupulous and trying to get back to how you and
Have I got time to do a week before you?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There's on the seesaw with a string.
I'm really glad he's went forcing.
Just waiting for Heritage to finish weighing. We're better off. Well, you won't be cooking.
Hello, I'm Anna. Yeah, I'm going to be really proud. Someone's very good at cut the toilet.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce the next act. I'm introducing the next act. That's what I'm doing now.
Quiet in the cheap seats.
Quiet in the cheap seats. Next, going to have some poetry from Anna Jepson. Anna is great. You will enjoy this. That's the end of the introduction.
Okay. Can everyone hear me okay? I haven't got a microphone, I'm just going to read loudly-ish. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to read all of this little pamphlet. It's Sonnets All About Hounds of Love by Kate Bush, which I wrote just because I was listening to a lot of Kate Bush, and they're just love sonnets about songs. So I'll read it in full and then read some other stuff. Yeah. Sonnet. Hello again, lovely comet. Crawl into my arms and melt what remains are fallen outlines. In love with how my neck looks now as blood pushes through gravity, tiny chemist's blood velodrome. Sexual desire overtaken by chromatic creeping fingers, distorted in those bodies, full of holes reaching those tender peaks, swamping me. Murderous and bleak, brightened buses along main roads, scream into purple, fuck this world, take me to where your heaven is. Running up that hill. Venus sits gently to the right. Cold breath swift as clouds between quick flourishes, seizures in retrograde, your eyes like snowflakes on acid. I tell you we're not lost, as the world turns to low-res Minecraft squares, spiralling out of jaunty paths, each neon star where it should be. Oh, there is thunder in our hearts, wide as a hollow flood of hills. Backwards planetarium, stare down, blinding ourselves, just this once. Exchange this moment, hold me up against this burning firmament. Hounds of Love. And I don't know what's good for me. In the come-up of the evening, asteroid piss on bathroom tiles and Marilyn in the mirror. My impulse is completionist, four-syllable intermezzo, adrift, madly in love with you for my literal patch of cosmos. A spider-shaped sock woman lies in her powdered glass box, crumbling and tumbling for sentience. It's coming for me through the trees, sleeping alone again, blacked out, no doubt that it's always been you. The big sky. Bright and marina, luminous against cloud-birthed bright seraphim. And is it the magic, or is the sky shattering like pink glass? Arcade rumbles underwater. Dated burger chains, family chosen under wimpy sunsets, warping into the pulsing walls. Pilgrimages to nowhere. We bond over nonsense rituals and scream in delight. Thrown across buses, rolling around in clouds, tripping on the water like an angel, vast and eyes everywhere. Cloud busting. Autumnal void, spreading open, words falling out of bed with you, feeling where your own organs were, and no ending will feel complete, you in every hazy daydream, wherever we were when we were cloud busting, psychic and soaking, creating revolutions in velvet wet skin. Astral lover, your own happiness is trusting in the purple glowing of bees, processing unknown claims, find me, let us go somewhere buildingless and collide between twisted trees. Hello Earth. We will pretend we are cities, pockets of parties, zoning into those wide-eyed shared reflections, lying naked under spiral tapestries, zigzagged white lightning, bouncing balloons off rims that glow on dates that span 12-hour orbits, under cliffs and across the downs. Hello Earth, spreading endlessly. Panoramic. 9 times the speed of sound and higher than heaven. I could always get lost in you. My little Earth. Deeper, deeper, somewhere in the deep there is light. And that's the end of that one. I have a couple of copies of these if anyone wants one. Just let me know at the end. They've all got a different dog on the cover, and I've got a couple left. I did like a small one of. So I'm going to read some other things off of my phone. It's from a pamphlet that's coming out at some point. The pamphlet is called Tub Thumping 2, and it's about getting knocked down, getting back up again, and getting drunk, and also just about grief and substance abuse, so it's a bit less lovey-dovey. Yeah, they're all just untitled, so I'm just going to read whatever ones I want to. 1. Bullshit and narcissist enmeshment. 3 days in hell, dog meets muzzle meets foot. What is actually a death wish? With unspoken dependency clause. What mob is stronger than fire? What mansion will we wait in? If you want to see hell crowd into me like blank space crowds me, become my benign attachment. You taught me nausea, slow, gentle, first toothache birth, 10 cocks and counting, fried up slut drops, rain into safe space, I fear you. You telling me sobriety is another state to wither away. 2. Interrogation by static flicker, pig noise communique, the scream of my fascist box of television. My computer feet, feeling of, feeding off, itching, moving, restless cunt syndrome, now to be shirtless, mellow, this neon glowing, this bar and installation, self-soothing through danger trip. What ghosts inhabit this memory, what putrid cavity has been left, bombed out, intoxicants, old friends, riding on absinthe, cunt tails, keeping it fashionable, this is my one true calling, I can fit so many wonderful things inside me. 3. I had a dream in which, after failing to drown myself in the bath, the way I always imagined myself drowning, I burnt down the homes of everyone I loved as if flames emerged as some symbol. Shame associated with clumsy self-destruction, lucid arson ideals, wet and pretty. I woke up with a fever, realising maybe I was just hot, drowning in phlegm and blood-soaked bedsheets. Fluids in their very material and sticky way resist interpretation. Some post-bender withdrawal, cocktail of my rotten self, neat and delicious. 4. In Paris I give red roses to dead revolutionaries. My Rimbaudian urge, hypocrite manoeuvre. Barbed wire rolls onto ancient bullet holes, crying those imposing tears into the communard's mass grave and wailing like a street rat. 147 dead, and I tell you I cried, and you said, it's good to connect to something bigger, it's like art, it's like inner child healing or something, it's like, I cried at Titanic, you know, but like, dude, that's totally not the same thing. What is so much bigger than me? To pulsate into non-verbal numbing, what does it mean to leave one fascist hell for another? Tell me which world is not yet a death machine. To grow up unafraid of rubble. Mass murder, the very humanness of it. I have not yet found myself. Grave calling across strange streets. I have imagined beautiful wastelands, paved with skulls, paved with men, to fuck in cars and club toilets, memory loss tilting into something like danger, unrealistically sublime. 5. I am heaven, blind seraphim, liquid latex, hypoallergenic lackluster fingering, slide headfirst, all tit fuckingly brutal, teeth, mouth, lips, nose, cunt, red, breathe into snow between falling like blood, like sneezing tiny worlds, cramp after stupid cramp, drinks up what inner prayers, what junk I offer. Numb, rapid heart, fingers itch, drink up tentatively, yes, I am out again, yes, bend me bruisingly, relapsed, 36-hour scratch coat on whatever pale, lucid, tick-inhabited body conceives me. Me, a harbinger of one-by-one snapping muscles, tender and fibrous, like polyester cladding on scabby wobbles, sink into bottle, flesh-eating bacteria on angel wings, yellowed, decaying, almost symbolic cervical tooth rot. I will never be beautiful in the way I truly crave at a cellular level, untidy, cracking, junky remedies, try hard, celluloid, tryst, flicks, autist, mind-numb tactic, awkward. Jaunty shove displaces me into some inhuman masochist trip, unsteady, dissociate and bleed, smack into wall, guilt-rattling husk form, pins and needles and pins, and waking up to hospital like sterility. No morning, no children, wet silk smelling the way only twisted wetness does, cruel song of thousands of intestines burning, what phantasm sings out of erotic memory lapses, taking play to mean twists as meaning to mean nothing, or each scar left after resurrection, black-eyed, cruel, hollow, fish-netted into the next bar, out of water, pulled up, soaked and choking, lip busted, pouring, trawling like a death maker, blood and guts spill out, blackout drunk, an immaculate imitation, I am completely fucking empty. Okay, I need to put it. Okay. I'm going to skip a few. 10. Tick box blue under wasp sting. X for the bullet hole, patched with latex. I cash a dead woman's check, letting my cigarette dissolve in my hand like sepsis, and slowly let her memory flow from me into the buzz of a Berlin lesbian bar. The same again, only this time it's slow burn, dragging like might blood over fiction. If I can sit out this subway, you can let the morning breathe. I pick my phone apart, shard by shard. It tastes like sheet metal soaked in GHB. 11. Lover, you should have found me earlier. I tell you I'm 3 months almost sober, less tense, less slender, tender, immolated, conspiracy charged, weighted hissing sea blanket. First stare into the ocean, from Brighton Pier and other death traps. We used to throw so much metal overboard. Days filled with fuzz and rust. Quick draw beta block for morning after worm rot. Gnashing and clunking, my gashlight split open. Vulture murmuration, more flesh accrued. Aggravated self-cannibalization, withdraw to pick apart your skin, with my shrunken teeth for brains. Grown up now, 25, finally renewed, fighting the sunset, bursting into flames. Mm. 16. My love. The day after the end of the world, the sunsets grew pink and orange. Since seeing you last, I've been reading Sappho, listening to Mitski, becoming familiarly androgynous to outsmart the binary nature of alcohol guidelines, querying what it means to drink oneself to near death and crawl back to the surface again. Having my mother's anxiety in my father's stomach, genderless and my eyes looking the way his did, listerine glares in bathroom mirrors, empty and... My love. I tried to fuck a man last night and ended up sprawled and crying, my first lesbian heartbreak, dimly lit, all dissociated and sexy, becoming the reason he won't fetishize any girl appearing as a poltergeist, floating above the body's shell like a horror movie, preempting death, spread out and waiting for it. Red lace turning to blood, except it doesn't, except it's more boring to return home to selfishly hate men again. My love. My friend told me she was at rock bottom and I said I had woken up in a sleeping bag outside an off-licence, a stranger in my hair, tried to piss on the McDonald's floor, nearly killed another plane so I could face my fear of flying. You see, loving you felt like an act of sabotage, from falling in love in occupied space to your voice comforting me through cell walls. My broken heart is in my pocket. It is Lunch Poems by Frank O'Hara, that little book you returned to me on the beach, cover bent and bruised, and you said it looked well loved, and I said no, it's just fucked up. My love. I'm struggling to comprehend that the world keeps existing at the same rate for you, and I want to tell you what's been happening, but you know, and fascists on the seafront burning down a hotel. I had a dream I killed, redacted, yeah, smashed her face in, and we were in the sewer, barely escaping, crawling up through the fascist hell. And I saw Franco, skin tearing apart, a misanthropic rat king gnawing on its own limbs. My love, they tied me to a chair and showed me the evidence, us in Hyde Park in 1964. My love. Last May Day you fell in love with poetry, and I told you to never trust a poet, because they will lie and use your love language as a weapon against you. The scream has ceased and my burner is empty. I want to write something more detectable than riot pornography, to understand happiness in times of escapology. My love, I want to feel light and carefree with poetry under my skin, to outnumber them again, start the screaming, and be free of the love that takes up world-making spaces inside us. 17. I can't answer doors. We watch the news in the mirror, and can it speak, that reflection of pain made ungrievable with no reasonable exit. Flash of street mobilising, block shell binned and burned, mistaken identity case, sexualised and paranoid in dainty slip chain constriction. Sit back, sweet and trembling, unable to navigate the constant ringing. Choking myself out again. I haven't moved in 6 hours. I tell you I think the outside is seeping into me, lightheaded and nauseous, blasted, tugging at your ribcage, and nothing ends, not really. Make up for rotted feelings of love and make me sweat the way we would underground like corpses, powdered white violence in our crevices. Offer up my best self, tasting bitter and metallic. And I thought I was a forest sprite and felt normal for 12 hours, shook with anxiety, danced in the woods and screamed into those garish moaning faces, been seen for the very first time. I told my landlord, tore down my gutter, ripped down my curtains and covered myself in dirt. But the acid wore off and I was at work again. No ending. Take your England, take your racist suburbia and so-called community, gaping mouths like broken shoes. Fill my toes with blood and gravel, fascist slogans spreading across the long, endless pool, drowning as intended. I woke up fast and empty to news of another riot, and a mass of bodies moving the concrete. Wide open adrenaline, spluttering grief. My anxiety confessional, I am no longer innocent. I'm going to read one more. 21. And I would like to shoot at the sea with an automatic rifle, to be reluctantly cancelled over and over, and I would like to lick clean the leather gloves used to strangle my enemies, have my safe space become an abattoir, to cease the existence of genocides as concepts, to wash my hands of harm, to mourn in bodies of water. Words like solidarity are more than words. They are principles we tattoo on our knees, carry in our hearts in a tribute to the spirit of dead comrades. And you are gone, and your soul is in the Stammer Park forest, and I don't think we believe in souls, but we pour our sins into the bonfire like it will cleanse us of guilt. My politics are painted on a bridge, and my worldview is whatever happens in the bathroom at a techno night. Memory comes from the first hailstorm of the year, arbitrary as election day drug use. I vomit cheap whiskey and start journaling as a form of DIY therapy. Bullet point 1 reads, we must reach out, we must be kind, put our bodies in the way of arms factories and drink paint like it's blood. Bullet point 2, buildings are not buildings forever. We occupied spaces that exist only in piss fumes and mould. I log into Twitter and tweet the thing about the buildings. Public opinion as day old come between legs, sticky as glue confiscated on a conspiracy charge. I have not yet been charged for terrorism. Violence as a verb, deemed personal use after no comment interview. I'm mostly sober now. My little phone of useless conspirators. And fuck your war sentiment. Collide like a bottle of Audi whiskey towards fascists defending the cenotaph. It tastes like how I remember honey tasting. Drag me, temporally, you fucking queer, through Vic Gardens, through Honour Oak, through the trenches, pick up a gun and fight against your country. It's old news, all we get from unpaid TV licenses. It begins and ends on the streets. And you are gone. There is no heaven, but hell is in England, and it isn't anyone's fault. Blame lies with whoever built the house and the spectre of fascism that haunts it. Hell is around us. My suicidal ideation I inherited from my ancestors. My coward instinct I have fucking purged. I walk down the street in between an EDL pub and what someone tells me is the lesser of two evils. At the end of the road is a ballot box, and someone tells me we are morally obliged to vote for the lesser of two evils. They say something about identity politics and optics. I say something about giving a fuck when my friends stop dying. I want to mourn properly and I can't. I want to knock someone out. Fuck the suicide machine. Last night I lied and said I was sober, 2 bottles of wine deep and thinking about you again. Living on the edge of legality in the cracks of gender and space. None of us are dead for long. We will inherit the earth, awake and unafraid of our sinking ruins. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anna Jepson, do pick up a pamphlet. That was wonderful. We're going to have a little break and then we'll have Office of Aurora. Just to let you know, I could do with donations for putting on this gig because I'm paying everybody, because you have to pay everybody, and that would help me a lot. I can take cards. There's a laddie over here with some cash if you, for the young people amongst you when you needed to pay for things. You get the joke. Yes, and DJ?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me put that here again.
I moved the camera because it wasn't pointing anywhere relevant.
Okay. That's cool.
I used to wear kevlars before. So that's what matters. Yeah. I said earlier, I'm none the wiser as to what Jim said.
It's a root, isn't it?
I think so. The picture shows a root. And some fonts. I need to use this one.
The one that's like...
Think about getting a button when my friends stop dying.
My least favourite one.
Is that the one that's got like the lace sort of like
Chris.
Is that from
Calls me Chris.
Is the stream streaming?
It is. It might be delayed on the real stream, but it's streaming. No. There.
Do you want me right now?
We're waiting.
Yeah, that's it. Every single one of them.
Everyone of them. When did the next album?
When I came home from the one that was actually I was pushing it up with the Ian Hume sticks and stuff like that, single side, and I accidentally knocked the whole show and out in tops, I put a lost bread, which was a handwritten some room with exactly the same size. And it was like, oh my god, I thought I'd lost that bread as well, so I'm really trying to pull it thing. And so I read the back to back the next day, I was like, do like a, one by one, I sent you a picture of that. It's the same as like. They used to be a studio books, and the man in there was always really fucking rude to me. Like he'd always have like a brandy.
I'm not trying to do job, I'm just standing
Even
here.
after you were not allowed to smoke inside. And even though like it was one of the few places that like they had
You
like
You've got an act, would you like to tell a joke?
stuff. And I would always go and spend lots of money there.
Fair enough. So rude to suit yourself.
Until right at the end, when they closed it down, I went in and he was like, oh yeah, I've got a load of stuff for you. And he had literally like a pile of books, like loads of money worth of books. And he'd say to me, maybe you weren't. Somewhere, you were just old person on the spectrum and something like that. He had refused me sales at first. Once I tried to buy a Maggie O'Sullivan.
Was it alright? That's fine. I suddenly thought, you were all fixed up. I got your look.
Yeah, of course.
I was surprised that it was so bright. Like usually it's just like one bulb somewhere in the corner. Now it's like nature photography. Like I don't just feel like if a cheetah runs onto onto the stage and like starts biting someone, I'm just gonna be taking photos.
This does make it like the same.
What is your camera? What are you using now? Oh, it's still the same one. The black and white.
Nice. You're excited?
I'm totally fucking white. And that I've never used. I got it and I never used it.
I love that I have
Maybe you'll get a lot better with a black camera.
when I was on loads of drugs. Every time I did
Or I put like Mamma Mia. One of those waist level kind of. I just need something.
Last one.
What did I say your name? That's my friend.
Dolly said to me today, I think Carl's is so fucking it's
Just doing it strategic.
how bad was it?
Yeah, the weather is right. I'm looking forward to next video because I feel like the Magnolia's really Magnolia's
And they are so honest. Yeah. They are brilliant. They are so funny.
Yeah, so I kind of, I really like spring.
Well, I think
Like all those like kitschy, sentimental flower shops in spring. I used to be totally flower obsessed when I was a child. Very knowledgeable about flowers. I just love them. Very comfortable. Now, all my bandwidth is taken up by this. But interesting part of all the dog. It was just like this very unassuming bush with like little kind of onesie flowers, like kind of flower that just has like little bits like sticking out of it, like really nothing to it. But it was just like stepping to yeah, it's so intense. In the behind the church, it's just this like even the color, kind of light pinkish. Let me see if I can. This. It's not like an orange. No, it was like perfume. I don't know, but I have a plant finder. Plant me, and you can. Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Actually quite scary something. They start throwing stones. Someone got recently called for
Have you put names to keep it? Yeah, you can just search by the coach house. I tag everything.
Maybe so.
No, but I have
You can always do the cover search.
yeah, the internet is going up, so I gave set up a hotspot on my phone.
It's a thing I think about.
And they just went from like,
Work in a different idiom, innit?
Intellectually superior one. Depends on the song, really.
We're not making any money out of it, so
I made 20 quid.
Can I just move the camera here?
yeah, if you want to, you know about this better than me.
I don't have the cable.
I was just, the cable should be good. I was just worried about like people falling over it or something.
Well, that's just their own problems.
Think so you're just yeah, cameras are your domain, so
Yeah, it needs to be shorter.
I need to be shorter. I'm going to sit down.
Okay, well, perfect.
Standing up.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right.
bit yeah, passion and poem. Yeah, no, it started on Sunday. And
Good shout.
I had to just put there, and I didn't want to put it back.
I will come around this way.
Okay. So
Well, you two can police that.
Wow. But so I said to him, this kind of thing.
okay, that should be fine. Cross-reference it with the.
Potentially really useful. Not to. You don't put any of this. No, I've got that process where the supervisor simplified this thing.
Would you like an introduction, or?
If you like, that was in the bathroom.
Oh, that's mine.
Saffron fountain. Yeah. What I would quite like is some water.
I could have done it myself, but thank you. Anything.
I've got a dishwasher, and I said, what's a common mechanical fault? And it requests, and that request is start with where you go. How do you get about starting with because it's out there goes earlier. Know where you go, especially if you're having to say
No, people don't request. No one knows our songs. I'm kind of positive about it.
Trying to start writing the story.
No, stop it. Yeah.
You know what, at the moment I'm free.
Are you happy, sweet?
I'm just this picture. I'm guessing it's the center of it because it's gonna be taller. It's just not showing the top and bottom, right?
I wasn't particularly trying to like start it.
Yeah, it's not. This is not what's happening.
Do you want me to start talking over you?
Yes, please.
What's everyone's favourite crisps?
Everyone's favourite.
Oh, you think it is not streaming anymore?
Kev, how are you doing? I don't know. I haven't seen you in ages.
Let's everyone talk to me at once. That will really help me.
I don't know what my favourite.
Well, it's because they don't want to be introduced yet.
Well, it's still like a toilet queue, and people are still getting drinks.
Okay.
You know,
Crisps.
don't want to stress people out.
The toilet is open.
The toilet is empty.
I'd probably say wheat crunchies.
Oh, that's.
You only get in a pack, I counted.
That's absolutely terrible.
That was in a multi-pack, to be fair.
That would be really disappointing.
Are they like the pyramid-shaped ones, wheat crunchies?
Crunchies, they're like a tube. They're like a tube.
Whenever I went swimming as a kid, I was allowed to have some wheat crunchies as a reward.
Nice.
Yeah. They are.
There should be more wholemeal crisps. I don't know if they're technically wholemeal.
I suspect they're low in fibre.
Yes.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my network or if it's
Oh,
not
you need someone
streaming.
else to look at it. I see. Okay.
Yes.
It's in the name.
Very nice. Yeah, just started eating the pack.
I don't know, I think Kev's going to introduce us because he introduced everyone else.
Yeah. Well, I might have to abandon the stream then because I don't know what's going on. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your attention. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Am I interrupting? Okay. So we're very lucky to have Office of Aurora down from London, which is a town just to the north of Brighton. And it's very lovely that they've come down to play for us. And here they are, and they're going to sing their songs. And we're all going to enjoy it, and it will be nice.
Thanks very much. So like I should say now, thanks very much Kev and Lyndon and Anna. It's all been very good, hasn't it? And thanks for paying us, Kev. that doesn't normally happen. And I suppose thanks everyone for paying us because it's anyway. Fine, let's go. Yeah. can you like hear us at the back?
Yeah.
Like, if anyone stops being able to hear us, do like a wave. Ready? Okay. Oh, tell you what, we'll give her a tee.
can hear the lower as well.
Ah, what were the acoustics like?
Pretty good actually.
Okay. Alright. We'll let you sit down. Oh, this is weird. I don't normally play to people that I know, but I know like half the people in this room is fucking weird. Right.